Monica, you just went to Cuba. Now, you've been somewhat critical of the media's portrayal of the reestablishment of relations with Cuba.
I think the media narrative is really obsessed about the tourism aspect of it, the United States interest of it. But there's a big number of Americans who are Cuban Americans, and they still have relatives on the island like I do. Those relatives are going to be potentially adversely affected. We're starting to see now that there's shortages on the island because there's just not enough supplies, and that's not being talked about. There's more articles about different cars and where to stay and sites to see while you're in Cuba, but there's not a look into the economic realities of what happens when potentially millions of people are now going to come to an island that had been so restricted and so short on supplies.
So President Obama's decision to reestablish communications with Cuba has been kind of controversial, and part of that is due to some human rights concerns.
Actually, hours before President Obama visited Cuba, there was a large protest, and the government came out and beat and jailed people. And one of the sad part is about the media narrative being so positively focused. It's not looking at the negative side of what that administration has been doing.